I want you to listen up if you live in the Midwest. We are monitoring some dangerous weather that is developing in that region. We're going to take a look at this ominous cloud. It's from a storm chaser in central Illinois. Our meteorologist Samantha Moore at the CNN Weather Center in Atlanta has some details. Hey, Sam.
Hi there, Candy. Yes, the National Weather Service has issued a particularly dangerous situation here in the area. There is a confirmed large, extremely dangerous tornado on the ground. We have a tornado warning in place until 11:30 local time. This includes the cities of Bennington and Evans, and it is moving at a very fast pace to the northeast at 55 miles per hour. And that puts it in the general direction of Chicago. Now, we don't know if it'll hold together that long. Obviously, it could die out long before it gets there, but we're going to have to keep our eye on this particular one because it is a confirmed tornado on the ground, a particularly dangerous situation. You can see we have other warnings around the area here just south of Springfield. Of course, you need to shelter in place into the lowest level of your house, away from the exterior windows and walls to stay safe here. And notice all the tornado watches we have in place. This one that's in the Chicago area is in effect until 4 o'clock local time. This one until 7 o'clock, which is just south of St. Louis in the Mississippi River Valley. And then here from Indiana stretching into lower Michigan. This one until 8 o'clock local time. Again, these two watches on the northern end, this is where most of the energy is. They have been deemed a particularly dangerous situation here. So let's talk about why all this is happening. All the ingredients here are coming together as this area of low pressure. This is the same one that created the winter weather across the Intermountain West, teams up with another developing surface low, and we see a situation that is really a dangerous one for Chicago and Indianapolis. These two major metropolitan areas are in a high-risk area, and this is something that doesn't normally happen in the month of November. In fact, this is only the 6th time in 25 years that the SPC has issued a high risk here of possible dangerous tornadoes on the ground. And look at this, Candy. This is an interesting chart of throughout the year how frequent tornadoes occur. And you can see in November, this is it should be one of the quietest times of year, and yet we are seeing this huge outbreak. So we'll stay on top of it for you.
Sam, let me ask you a question about this particularly dangerous situation language. This is not something we're making up to describe it. This is something the National Weather Service is saying. So how does this differ from, hey, tornado watch, be careful, and, watch the skies for anything bad? What does that mean, that language?
Well, we have the ingredients in place. The jet stream is in the perfect location. That will cause the air to evacuate. That creates a lot of lift in the atmosphere here. It's also a very large area, as you can see, an incredibly deep low as well, with these isobars, those lines of constant atmospheric pressure packed so tightly here. So it is a wide-scale wind event across the Great Lakes in the Ohio Valley as well. So here are the ingredients that we are talking about. We have the jet stream aloft. We have the very cold air moving in from the west, warm, moist air out ahead of this. And when they call it a PDS, a particularly dangerous situation, Candy, that means we could have hail larger than 2 inches, that we could easily see tornadoes, some very dangerous tornadoes forming here, and that's why we have our eyes all over this region as we head into the afternoon and evening, and even into the overnight. We're going to have to watch this develop, Candy.
A busy time for you, kind of a scary time for those folks out in the Midwest.